Akash. Akash, what does it mean? Space. This existence, as we all know, 99% of the existence is in absolute stillness. Why are you moving your head? And that is the problem. It's only 1% is in motion. In that 1%, we call it the earth, the galaxies, the planets, stars, dark matter. You can call it all you wish. If you have lost the consciousness of the breathing aspect as part of it, consciousness is everything, I suppose. These days, people are logically correct. And they're educated to be logically correct. They've educated themselves to be unstable. Education means that you've gathered a limited amount of information from the past or from the present. What is in the future is not in your capacity to be able to predict or expect. But what you predict is computations, manipulations, stimulations, reactions, and observing the human compulsions. Those are future. And that's how you can predict. That's how you can forecast. That's how you can do calculations and permutations and formulas and formulas. And that's why we created this structure of logical mathematics, scientific mathematics, political, analytical mathematics. How do you feel now? Is your mind still, or is it running all over the place, what I have just said? Is it pricking your education, the limited education of the stupidity of the mind? Have you ever thought of becoming uneducated like me? Completely uneducated. What I learn, I undo. What I undo, I unlearn. Is that correct English? Is it logically fit into your English vocabulary? Or to the verbs and the consonants and the vowels and the with 26 letters? How much confusion have we made in our lives speaking English? Not only we've spoken English, but we also exported that around the world to confuse the rest of the world with the language, the way of life, the limited education, so-called. How can I use this to my benefit, to my advantage, with all good intentions? Mind you, that farmer who never spoke English, who tilled the soil, turned the soil into food, was ignored, was seen as a stupid, or seen as an uneducated. Tell me, your PhD, your double doctorate has been worked against you because you are unable to put this small speck of a seed, even a mustard seed. Even the entire existence can be fitted into a mustard seed. Is that logical? In your illogical mind, Is it logical to the education that you grasp? If you look back, it took at least 10 years of your life to write 26 letters of the alphabet. Now you are 21, going on to 25, and going on to becoming a Nobel laureate from your hypothesis of applaud for your success in seeing life through a microscope or a pinhole of a needle or a hole of a needle or a thread. You've seen life through a magnifying glass or a telescope, and you're trying to predict your life through a horoscope. This is where we are as human beings on a Sunday or a given day. What is so magical about life is that it is happening for you and you're not doing anything about it. You're trying to do everything to undo life and chop it up, dissect life. Everything you look, see, touch, feel, sense, you're trying to live through a discriminatory mind by polarizing into what is right and what is wrong, what is logical and what is illogical. What is in your logic is what you grasp through education, so-called education, streamlined to fit yourself into the societal conditions. So-called scientists fit themselves into doing good, ultimately ending up doing the most horrendous things on the planet by creating equipment and tools of enhancement has become tools of destruction to human beings. The very atom that we are unable to see from our naked eye, but we know how to use them into making bombs and tools, not for the beneficial aspirations of human blossoming, but for how to demise, minuscule, inferior, or create the difference between superior and inferior structures in society so that I feel great and you feel terrible. And these terrible things has what human beings have fallen into today. Categorizing into good and bad, rich and poor, left and right, polarization is what we call a twisted divide in the human mind. This human mind, if you look life without a discriminatory aspirations or discriminatory self aspirations, you may find a dimensionless experience of life. In that, you may see life the way it is without ever constructing a puny ideas that is meant to fit into your logic, which may never do. Your good intentions has what we are fallen into today. If you don't do anything in thinking that what is good and bad, just experience the life the way it is and enhance life of the others the way it should work for them. What really matters is whatever you do, there's something that works for life and there's something that doesn't work for life. Should we not all encourage and learn to live life the way it works for all, without sanctioning, without causing the scarcity of the basic necessities to life, such as water, clean water, such as air, clean air, such as arable land without poisoning with chemicals and fertilizer. That is not possible anymore, to turn mud into soil, because we have pretty much compromised our understanding about the earth and the soil. We rape the planet in the ways that you would never do to anyone or anything that makes life and provide life, which is food. Yet your good intentions have made you to do just that. Make profit out of the earth, water, air, by poisoning it, by soiling it, by contaminating it. What is next is down to you to make it happen. You don't need to have a sound revolution. After all, as I started this whole video with an absolute stillness of the existence of 99%, and 1% of the motion is what is life, what is physical, which is in motion. Ultimately, it is just one thing: consciousness. Everything that it is consciousness. Everything that is made up is a puny human construct, which was either written out, which was made up to fit your logic so that they could see you fit into the logic and forget the magic of life. Also at the same time, the absolute stillness is what makes you healthy and well. The moment your mind is still and in absolute conscious space of stillness, do you understand what I mean? Your body will heal. The welfare of the life will only occur in absolute stillness. A physical life will only happen for your wellness of the strength of keeping this physicality healthy and strong. Ultimately, the stillness of the mind may also create the stillness of the body for well-being and health. I hope the stillness of your mind will work for you and for everything you do. And the physicality of your body may become a consequence of your stillness of your mind, that it work for you and everything you do and everyone you touch becomes a useful and healthy and well life. Whatever you do, whatever you see, smell, touch, and hear may be the perception of life in the logical frame of your mind. But if you wish to go beyond it, may you put your perception and your sense organs aside and try and be, or just be, a human being.